Hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the afternoon show. Today we have a new show called 50's So What? Okay, so this show is going to run by Kavitha, and today I'm going to begin with an interview with her. Okay, so if you are here, do say hi. Okay, so I hope that you can like and share out this episode if you think that it's going to be useful and motivating for those going 50's and those in the 50's. Okay, so but we welcome all to come and share and learn and get some tips and motivation from Kavita and the ladies over in the group. Okay, so we're gonna bring Kavita up in a moment. Okay, so if you are here, do say hi. If you can hear me loud and clear, do let me know as well. Okay, so if you can hear me loud and clear, do let me know as well. All right. Okay, let me just bring her up onto the show. Okay. Let's see. Okay, hi, Kavita.
Hi, Charlotte.
Yeah, do you manage to do your watch party so that your people know that you are online?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. That's great. Okay. So, okay. Hi, everyone. So this is Kavita. She just get on board onto LifeSparks Fitness Online, offering her classes and program as well as doing this, 50 So What episode, a live show on every Saturday at 4 p.m. So, Kavita, do you just want to give a short introduction of yourself to our viewers and members in the group?
Okay, so I'm reaching 50s in a few years' time. And I've been in the industry for around more than 10 years. And my focus will be on women's fitness, body positivity, of course, belonging to the age group. This is where my focus is. Before I was a fitness trainer, I was a primary school teacher for 10 years. Then my interest in fitness became stronger. So I had to quit and went full time into fitness in probably in the around 2008. So that's my intro here.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Primary school teacher. I didn't know. Okay. So, how many years have you taught in the schools?
Around 10 years as well. Yeah.
Wow, 10 years.
10 years.
That's a very long time. Okay. So if you are here, do say hi. Okay. So it will be great because it's a what a nice afternoon over here because it's very breezy and cooling weather for the whole of today. So I really love the weather today. Okay. So if you are here, do say hi. Then we'll be able to see some comments as well. Okay. So Kavita, what are some of the classes or program that you actually teach? Even before, I know you teach a lot of things. So what were some of the things that you focus before this COVID situation? And what are some of the things that you chose to focus on during this 2 months? And do you see any difference in offering the different type of classes which works only offline and doesn't really work online? So, and how do you make that shift? Yeah.
Right, it's a great question. Okay, so before COVID, I was mostly on personal training for women. I was training women basically in their homes. I go to their homes or condo gyms, and I was also doing a hybrid kind of training, doing online and on-site coaching. And on the group exercise classes, I concentrated on corporate clients. So a service provider will contact me to teach group exercises classes. So those classes will be ranging from aerobics, Pilates, kickboxing, yoga, in yoga. So various kind of workouts that I teach in the corporate sector. So your next question, you're asking a lot of questions. Let's say that was post-COVID, right? So this COVID side was a lot of challenge actually. So because right now my personal training itself has to go 100% online. See, so before that I already developed an app for my clients to contact me and everything. They liked it because there's an on-site. I go to my client's place to train. But this time, when it came to 100% online, I think my clients were very hesitant to go. So going online as a personal trainer has a lot of challenges because you can't really be there to correct their postures, tell them what movements that they need to do in order to get their results. Because I also focus on pre and postnatal clients. So doing an online for this group of women is a bit challenging for me. Right. So yeah, so that's it for group exercise. COVID, I think you should know you've been correcting my tech stuff a lot lately. So that has been the fearful factor for me because on personal training, I don't have to think about the mic system. I talk to them and they can hear. But when you're doing a group exercise class kind of setting, you need to have the music, you need to have your Wi-Fi set, everything correct. And this is all was stressing me a bit, but I realized that I'm not alone. So there are people like you to help. Okay. So that's where I'm coming from. Yeah. So did I miss any question? Yep.
All right, good. Okay, so it's good that we see coaches are constantly improving and learning new stuff. Okay, so we also learn a lot. I myself learned a lot during this COVID period. Even though I was online already, I have the necessary gadget and all that to get online. But because when I was trying to help like Kavitha and the rest of the coaches since March, late March, when we wouldn't know that this thing is going to get worse, but we get ourselves prepared. So late March, we started to begin onboarding some of the coaches, and I realized that all of you have some issue here and there. It's either the gadget problem or the Wi-Fi problem or the data problem, and sometimes it's a computer problem, right? Because I think all of us realize that a lot of you do not have like you don't really need like a laptop to do whatever that you're doing, right? And then right now, because we are all forced to be online, so somehow or other we need to invest in a certain thing to get things
Yep.
going. It has been 2 months, and I'm so happy to see like even Kavita, she's willing to take that first step. She's willing to learn, she's willing to invest in herself to get the necessary tools to get going, to serve the
Yeah, the number
clients.
of mics I bought just to get it right. It's amazing.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah, even
Yeah.
microphone, right? Microphone also play a very important role.
Yes.
Yeah, some work, some don't works. Yeah, so that's the thing. And then we narrow down into one or two brands that we know, okay, this one sure work. Just get this. Instead of buying so many and we need to test one by
Right.
one which one work with which software and which one don't work with which software. And we waste a lot of money and time, right, to do all the testing. So if you are listening to this and maybe you are in your 40s or 50, you get a little bit scared, like, I'm being scared by this whole situation. Need to learn technology, need to learn new processes, need to learn how to keep myself fit and healthy. And I think, this is the time you can actually interact with us through a platform like this. And there's always constantly, almost every day, we have different coaches on different shows. So on Saturday, this show, I really want to encourage you to really follow Kavita, so because she really have a lot to share. Today, this interview is going to be just 30 minutes, and then she's going to get going with her topic for today. So really, really stay to the end, okay? Just give us another 15 minutes to get to know what else do you want to know about Kavita. Okay, so talking about this title 50, so what? So you have a very big message and a great movement that you want to create for this bunch of people, because maybe because of your age group, right? And your client as well, because you have been serving that age group of clients. That's why you feel so much for it. Is there any other particular reason why you feel so much that you need to share all these messages to them? Yeah, maybe you can share with them a little bit more.
It's
Mm.
okay. Okay. Basically, I had this discussion with other coaches, female coaches, overseas coaches. Then we all came to the conclusion that the fitness industry is a very young industry, and focusing on women has been quite recent only. You see, has been quite recent only. So by the time we reach at a certain age, we have these strange things that happen to our body, and fitness industry is not ready to answer that. They have not have the full answer. They're just picking up. They say, oh, it's because female, what do you call, the hormones go haywire at a certain age. Okay, not for all women. Some women feel it. Oh, okay, because women post pregnancy have these issues. They have PCOS. What can we do about weight loss? All these things actually are coming. So I was like passionate about this also. And for myself also, I used to be I started my fitness journey quite late, I would say. Okay, actually it's not. Thinking back, it's not in my 30s. So I realized I need to do everything I missed out. So I did all those tech fit, crossfit, hurdle races and everything. And somewhere around, in my 45 or something, things started going a little downhill. And when I go to my GP, they just prescribed me medicine. Here, take it. They did not really understand what was happening. There was no talk about it. There was not enough sharing. So I started doing my own research, and I started taking courses, online courses, really good ones like Barrel Education and Women's Fitness Academy. And all this thing actually spoke to me, my age. And I realized there's a big gap to serve this woman. So that's where my passion is for the 50s, the 40s and the 50s.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so yeah, so I think Kavita has broken up. Almost every week she will touch on different areas and different topics. Sometimes specifically to a particular segment. For example, she is also a specialist in pre and postnatal, so she will also touch in that area as well. So if you are someone you are interested to know what is happening to my body, you want to throw question to her, really do encourage you to follow this new live show called 50 So What. Okay, so I also have indicate here for you so that you understand that this is a title for today as well. Okay, so Kavita, so coming to you taking away the how to say that the technology that's scaring you and stressing you out, but you
Yeah.
chose to come on board to LifeSparks Fitness Online. Do you want to share a little bit like why do you think that by coming on LifeSparks Fitness Online you will be able to be reaching out to more people, and you can leverage on the platform to actually see your classes grow, your program grow, and even your live show like this will be able to be viewed by more people?
Right. Okay, so there are a few reasons why I chose, initially I know that I was really on spotting whatever you were doing, when this COVID situation was going, and I was all in for home based coaching. Right? Clients actually reach out, group exercise classes. So I was all, but then I held back. Um, Technology was one thing, but I remember when I was teaching, technology was changing very fast, and we were forced to adapt. Again, I think I was really doing well, but because I came out of it, once I'm out of it, I'm not really sure what is happening around me, okay? In terms of technology. And coming on board with you on your platform was it's a steep learning curve for me, to be honest. You see that one. And I think another reason, okay, this involves you, Charlotte. Okay, and I'm sorry I'm bringing you in. You shared something very personal about your lifestyle. Something happened in your life. You shared very personal, and that put me back. See, this is the woman I want to serve. You see, this is the woman I want to serve. Why am I just holding on and say, oh, I will just not do, and I will just take care of my own health during the COVID session and keep quiet. And I was deciding about it, because I was trying to get participants to come on board to do fitness classes. But because there were so many free classes, I said, okay, I'm not going to fight. Let me just do my own workout until there was something that you mentioned about yourself, very personal, you shared, and that hit me hard. You see, I need to, these are the women I want to actually serve. And what else? You're giving a platform to do talks. So when I realized that you're also giving a platform for nutritionists, for other wellness industries to share talks in your platform, I said, okay, why not? Let's try. See, that was the reason to. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, definitely. Okay. I think during this period of time, leveraging on one another and getting strength, we might be strong in some area, we will be weak in some area. So that's why when I have this idea of LifeSparks Fitness Online, I'm definitely strong in marketing and setting up the platform. I have all the tools that I have invested for many years, and I'm happy to share with every one of you out there. And by your coming on board, you actually boost whatever that is I'm lagging on. Okay, I'm lagging on some of the expertise and certs that you all have, right? That I don't have, and you'll be able to be of a better position and definitely a better coach and experts to go to for that specific subject. So yeah. It's true, that by you having the decision to come, you are definitely working as a team. So I think for many years, like I know Kavitha for many years as well. We have been working solo. Yeah, very much. If you see that a personal trainer, even group instructor maybe slightly better. They will hang out, they will eat together, they will share about the program they are teaching, especially very strong group programs like Zumba and Piloxing, which have huge followers in Singapore. But other than that, you can see that pretty much personal trainer and group trainer, they just don't mix around. They are pretty much very
So true.
quiet, very much quiet, even including myself. I teach and I hate home. I don't really hang out. I don't really, meet up with people. So I don't get into that habit. So I think similarly to Kavida, even for her, she focused on the PT part, right? So as a
Yeah.
personal trainer, it's just you and your client, and then that's it, and you head back home. Yeah. So I think this COVID, whatever that have happened, actually bring all of us together because
Right.
everyone is looking at one another. Wow, okay, so this method works and that method works, and and she is working so hard, and this person is working so hard but no results. So that's why I've been looking at all that, and why not we just come together and really no agenda, really my sincere. Of course, there will be some investment in yourself in a certain way, like need to buy your mind. You need to invest in this particular short courses to get yourself equipped with how on earth can I come online, how can I do these simple things. So and even Scale Future, they are encouraging you to make use of the funding and then go for courses, right? So all these little things comes into the picture. But overall, we are here really to be inclusive. So if you are someone, just like Kavita, you have been, thinking about it. You are just like her, like, no, I'm really scared. It's stressing me out. I know I don't have the mind, and then I really don't know what to talk. It's fine. It's fine. But at least you take the first step and you express interest. You let me know, what can you contribute and what are the programs and classes you want to grow. Because over here, I also want to share with you, Kavita,
Mhm.
as much as the membership is here and the platform is here for leveraging by yourself and the rest of the coaches, I really sincerely want your own program to grow, your own classes and your live show to grow. Yeah. So in order to do that is you have to keep believing in yourself, the
Yeah.
value and the things that you bring across. And then I know you viewers and members, you will appreciate that. Yeah. Because some of these things that the coaches are sharing, I have never been shared in classes because we don't have the time. Yeah, really. Yeah, do you agree? We don't have the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
and right from the start when I said I have this idea, I was coming online quite frequently before I decide on the name. Like it's called LifeSparks Fitness Online. I was just brainstorming and just talk because I was like, I was like bored. Like I want to cook things, I want to prepare this, and then just switch on live and talk to everyone. And I want to check things out. And I just feel that actually everyone has something to share. and all the coaches have a lot of things to share. But because of the tight schedule that we have, and sometimes many coaches have back-to-back classes or back-to-back clients to serve. So you can see that certain things we are unable to share as much during those sessions. But right now, because we have plenty of time, right? We have plenty of time to plan and talk. We just switch on the phone, wherever you are, you can even watch replay. Then you'll be able to see, wow, actually my coach has so much thing to share. She has wide variety of programs and classes and certification that I didn't even know. Yeah, so this
Right.
is the best time. So Kavita, I'm so glad that you came on board and so brave to just share. Like she just like okay, do live show, right? She just press okay, I go. I try. And then she do her first. And she already done 2 episodes for your info. And today
Yeah.
is her third one. And I just felt that, last week we did a mass like introduction of all the coaches, and she was there because she just joined us for 2 weeks. Okay, just joined us for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So today we have the time to have a proper one, just for Kavita, and so that you get to know why she do all this thing. It's not for fun, okay? It's really not
Yeah.
for fun, because if it's for fun, we have this 1 hour time. We can actually do our own stuff. We don't have to come online here, and then for this, she have to make sure that she is sitting near to the modem, the router, to make sure everything is stabilized. So sometimes I just want to share a little bit of the back end scene so that you guys actually understand that it's really not easy, for anyone, including yourself or the coaches. So be it yourself as a participant or viewers or members or the coaches, we are no difference, okay? It's still true whether you want to do it, and then you do it by setting it up and go live, right, and talk
Right.
about it. Yeah, and I think a lot of coaches are very scared to share, like what if people judge me, what if I say it wrong. And I just feel that, like, even myself, sometimes I don't know whether is it right to say that content, or am I in the right direction to share about this thing. But I learned over the years doing so many live shows since 2015. I can tell you that, if it's something that you really strongly believe in and you speak from the bottom of your heart, your viewers will really understand. Like, if they commented and say that, hey, maybe not very right to say that sentence, correct it. It's fine. You can comment and let us know. It's through feedback and comment that makes everyone a better person. Yeah, so I want to encourage you to really, really tune into the show, and always, be open-minded. Don't judge a person based on what you see. So I know many of you actually replay all my live show because you message me privately. So I know, even though there is no likes, you don't comment, you're very quiet. No, not like I like, you watch my show, how come I don't know? Like, this person has never liked or comment on my show, but this person actually sent me a private message with her life story. So somehow I feel very touched, because this person might not know me and I really don't know you, but because you have been following the show, you got into like a very personal connection. Like, hey, if Charlotte dare to share this part of the story, why
Mm.
not me? Why not me? So I think it's the same as what Kavita has shared, right? She heard me saying that, and then she like, wow,
Good enough. Yeah.
if she can open her heart to share with people, and really inspire someone else to not to dwell in the misery, like, why am I like that? Am I the only one? So by me being so brave to tell you that you're actually not the only one, you also open up your heart to me by sending me a private message. So usually all the private message, I will not disclose who you are unless you are ready to like take the next step, like what else you want to do. So sometimes many of the ladies or girls, when they message me, they actually don't know what they want. So, but they just felt that, wow, I feel safe telling you that part of story. By me typing the whole paragraph out to Charlotte, I feel good already, because someone else heard about it. And like, oh, like, somehow they're like, oh, 松一口气, like we like, oh, let go like a little bit of like stress, over here. So it's the same thing when I first I just want to share a bit with Kavita also. When I first started my live show, I also I actually have flashback of my very first few live show,
Oh.
and I was actually bad. Like the lighting was bad, and I'm so dark. I don't look good, and I keep like, what else to say? I keep asking the audience, so what else you all want me to say? No, I keep asking question. So actually, everyone started with nothing, right? Everyone started with trial and error. Everyone started with zero viewers. So yeah, so don't be scared. So by you having your own show now, I felt really happy for you, and
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward to more and more content in your show. And you never know where this will take you. Yeah, so
Right.
if you are here right now, you agree with what I say, do say hi to us. And sometimes I really want to encourage everyone to be brave to just shout out. Just shout out. Yeah, so as same to you as well, Kavita. I think you will face even more resistance because you are facing a age group, that is
Oh,
like,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're just afraid of many many things.
I
So
think
that's
it's
why
yeah, it's true. It's true what you're saying. The age group resistance, um, because I think in Asian context itself, the age group itself, when it comes to 50, I think many of them think, oh, this is where you will they associate with old age home, ladies who become very fragile. You see, the idea is that they become very fragile, which is not true because I have ladies who are fitter than me. They are doing CrossFit. They're older, and these are the women that it's nice to see, nice to come forward. So we can change that. That the image has to change, and I'm hoping that the fitness industry, especially in Singapore, changes focuses on that. Actually, yeah.
Wow. Okay, good. Okay, so that is just a very short interview with Kavita, and also some of my sharing with you so that you could feel for everyone that is stepping out to do a live show, the back end, the efforts that is being put in, and the bravery, the part that you go live, and then without any, thinking about throw away all the judgment and all that. So just a little tips for every one of you. So I think the next part will be Kavita will be sharing with you the topic for today. So Kavita, maybe you want to share with them what we'll be talking about, and I'll be helping you to type it over here as well.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about prolapse,
PR.
PROLAPSE. It's about our lady parts. Okay, so it'll be important. It's a important organ, part of the body that I think in the fitness industry is neglected until later part when women have urinary incontinence and then say, oh, just wear a pad if you're leaking or you have these issues or just do Kegel exercises. So this is the topic that I would like to talk, prolapse. Okay. So I'm just going to stand up so you could see me. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's go further back. Right, so your prolapse. So this is your pelvic region. Just think about wearing a diapers. This muscle group, they hold a lot of, sorry for the chair, important organs. Okay? So I'm going to focus on the female part of your body. They hold all the female, the birth canal, where you pass your urine, where you pass your motion. All this are held by this muscle. So what is prolapse is when one of these organs internally give ways. Okay? You might have heard postnatal clients after giving birth, they had a very hard, a very difficult birth, and they give birth and they go home. And maybe a few months later, they start exercising and everything, and something doesn't feel right down there. They feel that the organ, something is going to drop off. Okay? So that there are different kind of prolapse. I'm not going to mention the names, technical names, but just let's put it bladder. Your bladder actually falls down. Your rectum, your urethra, okay, urinary, and your vagina. So there are a few ways, these things can actually drop down. And sometimes when you take your shower and you're cleaning yourself, you could actually feel something jutting out from your pelvic region. You could actually feel, right? So when you're doing exercises or something, you really could feel. You might be having lower back problem. You might be having fecal incontinence, urinary incontinence, unexplained pain, and many other factors that will come. Now, the issue is when you go to a gynae, because you're lying on the floor, okay, and you're getting tested, the gynae might not be able to see the issue until you tell them, say, hey, when I'm standing, I feel this sense of heaviness down there. So it's important to get a female physiotherapist to do an ultrasound check on you first before you embark on any exercise. So I'm going to make this topic not so extensive. And if you like this topic to go on, maybe next week, hopefully my Wi-Fi is really good. Maybe next week I will share with you some exercise tips. But right now, let's focus on what we're talking to. So this prolapse. Why does that happen? What are the reasons that happens? As I mentioned earlier, giving birth, a difficult birth, putting a lot of pressure in your abdominal muscle, pushing it down the organs. Exercise loading is not right. You go very heavy and your breathing pattern is not right. Third age, your hormones. As I said, estrogen is our best friend. Sometime when the level goes down, everything down there goes a little different. Okay? So all these factors can play part in this prolapse. So what can we do? Firstly, before embarking on any exercise, you need to do a thorough check. What you want to do a checklist and to see what are the things you have. Do you have any bleeding? Do you have pain? Do you have urinary incontinence or fecal incontinence? Do you feel heavy in certain positions? So all these things will be asked. So if you want a questionnaire for yourself, just let me know. I can send you the questionnaire, those kind of ticks, say, oh yeah, I do have this issue. Maybe it's time for you to see a female physiotherapist to get a therapy exercises. Now, some of the women will have to go through a surgery, right? A surgery up there. Why it happens? So the prolapse have different degrees. There is 0, meaning you're okay. All the organs are inside safe and nice. They're in the right place. Then there's 1st degree. There is 2nd degree. 3rd and 4th is where you might need a surgery. Okay? But having 3rd and 4th, while you're thinking of having the surgery, it's good to also think about therapy exercises so that after your operation, your body is stronger, your pelvic region is stronger. Okay, so you might have these issues. So let's say the 3rd and your 4th level, let's say you are already on your 2nd degree, your prolapse is going down, maybe it's not that low. Your therapy might say no high intensity workout, no running, no heavy load. They might be telling you. Now, I understand because I've come across clients who are passionate about fitness. They want to do high intensity and all this thing. My own experience with clients is that they are not patient enough to the early stages of prolapse. They're not patient enough to follow up what their therapists say. They do 1 or 2 and say, oh, this is too difficult. I miss my running. And they go ahead with their high intensity exercise and things will go downhill from there. And before that, you might need to go and see a doctor to get an operation, okay, to just lift it up. So what can you do? Right? First thing, as the fitness professional, what advice I could give? Exercise. For example, squats. I will ensure that your legs are not too wide apart and you don't go down so deep. Okay? Any exercises that you feel that is giving you some heaviness, I will avoid that, or you should be avoiding that. Okay? Just report back. yourself and just note down, okay, I shouldn't be doing this exercise because it's making me feel uncomfortable, as if my organ is going to drop down. Let's say you are doing some housework. Try to have somebody help you with the heavy things. And if you have to carry the heavy things, start with the lightest first. Don't carry everything heavy at one go. Try to carry them, a bit here and there. Maybe this object, I'll put it down, carry it towards the other end of the room. So you don't have to carry everything heavy. Okay? Here's another thing. I want you to practice breathing in and breathing out. Yes, we all do that. But when you do the exercise, on the exertion part of the exercise, meaning the toughest part of the exercise, you remember to brace yourself and breathe out. Okay? So that is the first tip. To brace yourself and breathe out on when you are exerting, when the exercise becomes the difficult portion of the exercise. Okay? So for example, when you're squatting, you go down, you squat, you inhale, and then before you exhale, you strengthen the muscles around your body, and then you lift up and exhale. So the breathing pattern is really, really important. Okay? So next thing, talking about breathing and pelvic region, let's do some visualization. So you breathe in, and now, as you breathe out, visualize that you want to prevent wind escaping from you. Okay, you don't want to pass wind, you're controlling the wind. And then after that, visualize you're controlling yourself from peeing. Then you tense up the area and you exhale out. Now, as you exhale out, think about bringing your tailbone. It's going to lift up. Okay, it's going to stand up here. This is your tail. This is your pubic bone. As you exhale, they come together. You're visualizing them. Now, there are many ways to visualize. Some of us are comfortable thinking, oh, imagine there's a lift. So it's going up, up, up as I breathe out. Okay. So let's do this simple exercise, this movement. I'm going to bring it low so you could see what is happening as I move to do this exercise. Okay, I'm going to move away. So you can see my knees. You're following me. Right. So I'm going to make a fist. I'm going to lean forward a bit, keeping my back straight. I place my fist like that between my knees. So I breathe in. Now, I tense up my bottoms here slightly. And then, as I breathe out, I visualize bringing my tailbone and my pubic bone together, or closing the rectal region. And then imagine you are preventing yourself from peeing. You're stopping yourself from peeing halfway. And then when you do this, you will feel a slight squeeze in your knees. Okay? So that's one. Now, if you have issues like I can't actually feel it, here's another technique. Place your hands here. I just want you to feel. You breathe in. Take a deep inhale. And then say the word set. Set. Once you say the set, you could feel your pelvic region, there's a lift or tensing up. We want that. Okay, we want that tense up. Okay, it could be any other word. Some of us might like a short hissing sound. Set is another way too. Right, so we breathe in. Say the word set. And now bring the tailbone towards the pubic bone, closing the gap, like you're preventing yourself from passing wind and from peeing. And release. do we add this to movement, functional movement? So let's place our hands, no knee, no wrist here. So I breathe in, you place your hands here, breathe in, say the word set. So pre-tension here, and then bring the tailbone towards your pubic bone, and then lift as you breathe out. Think about bringing the pubic bone or lifting up your pelvic region one at a time. Level 1, maybe your lift is at level 1, level 2, level 3, and up. So these are some of the things that we could start practicing if you feel you have issues in the prolapse, how to do this pre-tension. Okay. Now, another thing since I brought up about leaning forward. When you are going to the toilet, it would be good if you have a stool under your feet. So your body is not slouched forward or sitting straight when you're sitting on the toilet bowl. Your feet is around 90 degrees, and then you're leaning forward and doing your business. Okay? So when you're clearing your fecal matter, you're passing your stool, you empty. Now, just before you clean yourself up and stand up, I want you to, the rectal region, you inhale, exhale, inhale. When you inhale, the rectal region opens up. Exhale, the rectal region closes. I want you to imagine you are opening and closing your rectal region, because what we are trying to do is that we want to really clear any stool that might be left over. So one of the other issues that prolapse, women who have prolapse, especially the rectal prolapse, what they might be doing is that they might be controlling to go to toilet, and this might be an issue too. You need to clear it. You don't want to have any leftover in your body. So before you actually even come out, you clean, do this simple exercise of bringing your rectal region, closing and opening, making sure that you're really empty the rectal region, and then wipe yourself clean, wash your hands and leave. Okay, so these things you can do. So finally, exercise-wise, you still can do exercises, but take note of how you feel. There are a lot of floor exercises that you could be doing. If you're a Pilates, you could do a lot of floor exercises. But if you are a gym goer and everything, you may think about carrying the weight load which is right for you. Don't go heavy load immediately. And legs, your feet not wider than your shoulder. Think about how low you need to go. Some of you might be feeling your prolapse acting up in this manner already. So if that is you, don't go deep or avoid that exercise until you get clearance from your therapist or your physio. Okay? And exercises, you can do incline exercises as well. Those are the things that you may want to remember now. There are plenty of things that out there your physiotherapist might tell you to do. Do them regularly. If you are in stage 1 or stage 2, do whatever exercises your therapist has told you to do, exercises that you can do at home. Try not to do any running or high intensity workout, which will make it worse. Because you want to avoid going for surgery. Right? The thing about surgery, unfortunately, the step 6 show that after you do an operation to get it all right, and you go about all your work, the problem starts again. But then the good news is you will start at stage level, degree level. No, so, when I talked about prolapse at different degrees, you might be on the first stage. You still can actually save yourself going to another round of surgery by doing safe exercises for your body. Okay, so that's about it now for today's talk. So let's go over, just summarize what we discussed. Let me come closer. Right. Okay. So we talked about prolapse, the different kind of prolapse. There is bladder, urinary, and then rectal region, vagina, these things can actually not hold up in your pelvic floor muscle gets weak. So you need to get it tested out or look for a physiotherapist to do some testing in that area to find out whether you have. Before that, check how you feel in that area. Okay. Exercise loading is important. Don't go too heavy immediately. If your therapist is telling you don't run, don't do high intensity, please follow and do those exercises your therapist has told you. Okay. And then next, your toilet habits. Make sure last week I was talking about all about your poop. Make sure you don't strain yourself even more. If you're having constipation issues, it's one of the reasons why we might be having this prolapse. Try to sort it out by having more fruits and vegetables and drink lots of water. One thing you could do, my mentor used to tell us, Michelle Lyons is one of my mentors. She'll say, no, just take maybe a drink of prune juice before you sleep. The next day you're clear because you don't want to strain that area and you go to the toilet and you're pushing yourself up. So take that. But of course, if you have diarrhea, that's a no, okay? So if you have constipation, you want to avoid straining yourself, take that, okay? And if you're a female athlete, young female athlete, you feel that you have this issue, you have the age to your advantage. Please get it sorted out as soon as possible, right? So next week, if you feel that this topic has been really, really useful and you think that you want to know more, next week what I could do is that I could be going through some exercises that you could do safely and what are the things to look out for, right? Hopefully my Wi-Fi is good, okay? I'll try my best. And also, if you need the questionnaire, you want the questions that you feel that you need to find out whether you need, okay? Let me know. I will send Charlotte the link for you to do. This questionnaire is not a Singapore one, it's an Australian one. It's the closest that I could get it actually. Let me know and I will send you the link or the PDF so you can print it and have a kind of checklist for yourself. All right. So thank you for listening today. Topic here on prolapse. I'll see you soon. Join me on my Tuesday classes for my Pilates fusion classes. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.